the cop who smiled for the cameras while his wives vanished. At first glance, Drew Peterson was the kind of man people trusted instantly. A police sergeant, a family man, the kind of guy who'd flash that easy grin, toss a joke your way, and make you believe he had everything under control. But behind that badge and charm was a darkness so cold it stunned an entire nation and turned the smiling suburban cop into one of America's most infamous murderers. Picture this: Bolingbrook, Illinois. Quiet streets, nice lawns. Everyone knew Officer Drew. He helped neighbors, loved the spotlight, and strutted around like a local hero. But when his fourth wife, 23-year-old Stacy Peterson, suddenly disappeared in 2007, the mask began to slip, and what people found underneath was straight out of a true crime thriller. See, this wasn't Drew's first tragedy. 3 years earlier, his third wife, Kathleen Savio, had been found dead, naked, face down in a dry bathtub. The police called it a freak accident. She must have slipped, they said. Drew backed that story up, claiming he'd found her after breaking in. Case closed. Everyone moved on, until Stacy vanished. She was 30 years younger than Drew, young, beautiful, full of life, but terrified. Before she disappeared, Stacy told friends, family, even her pastor, that her husband had confessed to killing Kathleen. She said he bragged about how he made it look like an accident. Then, one Sunday morning, she was gone. Drew told the world she'd run off with another man, but nobody believed that for long. As reporters swarmed his lawn, Drew Peterson acted like a man auditioning for reality TV, cracking jokes, flirting on camera, and smiling through every interview. The arrogance was jaw-dropping. He wasn't hiding, he was performing. But that performance did something he didn't expect. It made the world dig deeper. When investigators reopened Kathleen Savio's case, what they found was chilling. Her body was exhumed, and forensic experts determined she hadn't drowned, she'd been murdered. Bruises on her body showed signs of a violent struggle. The wound on her head? From blunt force trauma. And the kicker, there was no blood in the tub, meaning she was dead before she ever hit the water. Now prosecutors had a problem. Their best witness, Stacy, was missing. But Illinois wasn't about to let Drew get away with murder again. So lawmakers passed a brand new rule nicknamed Drew's Law. It allowed Stacy's words, her fears, her confessions, everything she'd told others to be heard in court, even though she wasn't there to testify. In 2012, after years of media circus and courtroom drama, Drew Peterson's smirk finally faded. The jury found him guilty of killing Kathleen Savio, and in 2013, he was sentenced to 38 years behind bars. But even prison couldn't stop his madness. Just a few years later, he was caught plotting to have the prosecutor who nailed him murdered. Now, Drew Peterson sits behind bars, likely for the rest of his life. Kathleen's family finally got justice. Stacy's body was never found, but everyone knows what happened.